Rach, welcome in. Galia Zimmer, welcome in. Michelle, welcome in. Bree, welcome in. Mission. Let's set our... Hey Bree, Bree, it was really good. We had rain all weekend, and I got to stay home all weekend. There was a reunion that we had planned with some coworkers in the past. It was supposed to be at 1, and they canceled it because of the rain. I was like, I really wanted to go. I really wanted to see these people. But I was like, you don't have to twist my. But yeah, it's been raining here like all week. It's supposed to rain for the next 2 days too. Samantha, welcome in. Bree, how are you doing? How's school? We have one more week before we go on Thanksgiving break. Guys, can you believe that Thanksgiving's 2 weeks away? It's been really, really nice. Hopefully everybody's doing good. Good in the hood. Radio had Christmas music. Oh, some of the, yeah, I heard our local radio station, Coastal 103, they do 24 hours of music. What station do you listen to, Samantha? Books and Babe, welcome in. How's everybody doing tonight? I know. I selfishly wish. Brooke. Twice a week. I know, right, Brooke? Books and Babe doing really good. I've been working behind the scenes. I've been working behind the scenes with Joey King and the book and the newsletter, my new studio that I have in the back here that I created. Liz, welcome in. A lot of things. There's a lot of things going on behind the scenes of getting ready for. So I'll show you guys as soon as it's 7:10. I'll show you everything that we've been doing. So yeah, that's why I've been taking time off. But last week was busy though. Tuesday and Thursday I like 6 IEPs back to or 6 IEPs all together. Keep it at Megor. Hey, Andres, welcome in. Yes, 1 week, Didi, exactly. I can't wait. We get the whole week off. So back-to-back meetings last week. So I was tired. So Thursday and Friday, I was like, I would get these tension headaches. I get these tension headaches in the back of my head. And if I thought, you know what, if I go on, my energy's not gonna be right. Yeah, we get the whole week. Bree, do you get Thursday and Friday off? I know, I can't wait. Our tree is looking really good. Look how colorful it is. Hey, Amber UGC, welcome in. Welcome to those of you who are on YouTube right now. I know, right, Books and Babe? Yeah, 2 weeks away. We gotta start planning. My brother and his family came over yesterday, so we had pizza and watched the movie. Oh, how fun, Liz. I'm doing a big brother and big sister program. Oh, fun. What, Liz, how, Thursday and Friday, half day on Wednesday. Oh, nice. Oh, she's 11 years old? Sweet. Oh, that's a good age. Aw, I love that. You're gonna have to keep us updated on that. How's it going? I love that. Dynamite D, welcome in. Liz, is that through a local organization or a national? Marcy, welcome in. Oh, thank you so much, Dynamite D. Yeah, I got it from when I was a assistant principal at the site that I was at. The principal there These were the motto that we um, adopted for the new school year. Love, empathy, compassion, inclusion, fairness. This is a really good shirt. Yeah. It's through the local big brother and sister. Oh, how fun. Magali, welcome in. Yes, definitely keep us updated, Liz. I'm so happy for you. Thank you so much, Marcy. Yeah, we have our Christmas up. I'm gonna show you guys the decorations that we did last Wednesday for Project Wednesday. We didn't get around to seeing them. So I'm gonna show you the finished products because they were still a little wet. Team Emmerich, welcome in. Let's move the candle down a little bit. We decided to keep some of our Halloween decorations out just because they were fun. I've been looking for a Christmas decoration like this. Maybe like a Christmas tree or an elf or something, but can't find anything. Liz, the scent is frosted cranberry. I love it. It smells really good. Samantha, I was thinking of that. Daiso. Yes. Daiso. I was thinking the same thing. So we'll be keeping an eye on that. We'll begin in a couple of minutes. We're just waiting for 10 minutes after the hour or 20 people in the room. Lots of things going on. I'll show you guys. I'll give you a tour of my new little studio that I have here. I moved some things around. Team Emmerich, yeah, 5 and below. I agree. I've been debating back and forth on buying that little ceramic Christmas tree that has the little lights on it and putting it right here in the middle. But 2 Christmas trees at a time? I don't know. Right, Liz? We've grown. We've grown. Yeah, we're doing it from the couch at the corner with just a lamp and one little decoration. Mm-hmm. We had a glue gun and a dream. Right? It's so funny. I like holidays and there's someone. Yes, Marcy, I agree. I definitely agree. And it goes by so quickly too. Just a couch, a dream, and a fire hazard. Right? Hey, Georgia Peach, welcome in, welcome back. I know I'm thinking that, it's Thanksgiving week. And then that block from Thanksgiving until Christmas, that's the holidays. So we gotta take full advantage of all the holidays and everything that it has to offer. All right, let's go ahead and begin. Let's look at the ornaments though that we made on Wednesday. We weren't able to touch them because they were still drying, but this is what the West Coast made. So the West Coast they did a copper. That came out, this copper is really pretty. This copper glitter underneath. And then they did the blue. And then they did a chunky gold. Yes, Liz, a very nice chunky. And then they did the foil glitter as well. And the foil glitter, when we first dropped it on there, I thought, oh, it looks kind of messy. But now, look at how pretty that is. Gorgeous piece. Yeah, and definitely this gives me an inspiration for during the summertime I'm going to do lily pads. But look at how pretty that sits, though, on the hand. Isn't that gorgeous? And then we used some purple bells and violet bells in the middle there. Really pretty. And then this one is your guys's. Your guys came out the best, I think. I love all of them, but this one, the combination you guys chose, very Christmassy. Very Christmassy. Yeah, a lily pad, that would be so pretty, huh? Look at the green shimmer in the back. Yeah, Liz, ours, the East Coast, and then you guys have the different color little buds there. Isn't that gorgeous? And look at that pink. Look at that pink, how it shimmers. It's just like it's got its own little bright light to it. Yes, looks amazing. I agree. Gorgeous. And they have their place right here. This one has its place right here on the tree. Our angels looking lovely as ever. Gold, silver, and red. You can't get any more Christmas than that. Our little reindeer. I haven't decided yet what we're gonna do for Project Wednesday. There are a couple of things in my head. I want to do. I've seen those little. I want to do a wreath, and I've seen those little bells. Like if we get little bells and connect them together and make a wreath, but or a snowman. Yeah, snowman. Maybe I'll get some more cylinder balls or a sled. Those are all good ideas. Maybe we can get licorice, red licorice, and make a sled. Huh. Throw me your ideas, guys. I'll process them and then look them up. I'll throw them on the internet and see if we can get some inspiration. A Santa. Yeah, we do need a Santa. We have our Santa faces from last year. They're in the back. A snow globe. We could do a snow globe. That would be really pretty with glitter. With a picture in the middle, huh? But we can do all of these. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the wreaths would look really pretty. But Brie, I'm just thinking it's kind of easy. There's really like no decision to make. I mean, I could buy like different colored bells, little bells with it, and you guys can decide the pattern for it. And then we could put like a little red ribbon around it on the top. Ooh, a wreath with sparkly pom-poms. That's a good idea. That would be really pretty. A snowflake. A gingerbread girl, we could do that. Marshmallow snowman, that would be a lot of fun. That would be a lot of, we could use cinnamon sticks. I get a good idea, cinnamons. What can we make out of cinnamon sticks? Cinnamon sticks would be really pretty because then it smells really good. All right, we're gonna throw those ideas in the mix and see what we come up with for this. Oh, you can make a sled, that's right. You can make a sled with cinnamon sticks. Let me look into that. Maybe another Christmas tree because I know the pine cones have been falling from the tree at my site, so we can do something with that. Or maybe tear apart the pine cone and use the little things as something. Maybe use that as a wreath. Put glitter on it. That would be really pretty. Okay, so we'll put our ideas together for that. What else do we got? Okay, so I'm going to give you guys a tour of the apartment. Yes, put glitter on it. I'm going to give you guys a tour of the apartment. I'm just going to do it on YouTube. I'm going to show you guys the changes that I've made. So this room that I'm in right now is the TV room, but I had the sofa in here, but I moved the sofa out there with the table. And then I'm making this into a small studio because I'm planning on doing more YouTube stuff. So I'll show you guys that right now. So that's what I've been doing. I'm going to take you guys on a moving tour. I'm not going to move around too much because I don't want the internet to like freeze. So here's the living room. You can see Bam Bam there. So I moved the sofa. In here. It's really cozy now. And I have this TV set up here. So that's the kitchen. I have my chicken nuggets over there. This is the living room. This was in the room that I'm filming in. Now this is the room that I've cleared out because I want this to be the where I do my filming. So this, as it gets closer to the book coming out, I'm going to do more YouTube posts, weekly posts on that. And then I bought this lighting stuff here. And then I moved that desk. That desk was in the window over here in the living room. I moved that over here. And then there's Prince Lizzie Fish and the TV. So I kind of moved things around a lot. So we're all getting used to, me and the cats are getting used to the new movement. So Yeah, it came out really good. Yeah, Brie, it came out really cozy. Uh-huh. Yeah, yeah, it's definitely a pop of color. Yeah, yeah. The rearrange, it felt really good. I feel like I opened some more space up, and I can move around a lot more. I don't feel so crunched in. Oh, thank you so much, Dee Dee. Yeah, I got this from work. Love, empathy, compassion, inclusion, fairness, and kindness. Thank you so much, Bree. I know that's what I. My ultimate dream. My ultimate dream. Okay, so there's that, and then I got one more surprise for you guys. It's been a busy week. So I didn't want to say anything because I wasn't sure. I didn't want to get excited for nothing, but I did get the the first official renderings of Joe E. King and the Fragile figurine. I'll do an update on that right now. Looks and big. Uh, I'm gonna show you guys. So this is what it's gonna actually look like. I'm really excited. We're gonna change. We're only making a few changes to a couple of things, but this is what the actual book is gonna look like once we've okayed it. Then they're gonna fill in the color and then finish it finally. So this is gonna be the let me get and this itself. I told the lady, I said, I just want to look. Hey Maria, welcome in. I said, I just want to look at this and enjoy it for the weekend. Yeah, Maria, these are the official. These are the official pictures. This is what you'll see in the book. So this is going to be the cover. The lady that I'm working with, she suggested that we move Joe E. King, make him a little bit bigger, and then my suggestion was to have him facing his face this way, facing us, looking into the globe. So we're going to kind of come up with a happy medium there. And then this right here, this is going to be the back cover. So it's going to be, this right here is going to be a powder blue. It's going to be a light powder blue, and this is going to be like a white in the background. And then as each new book comes out, this is going to get a darker and darker blue, just because Joe's going to be maturing. So his color is going to look, it's going to look really pretty. Right, guys? Isn't that so cool? So that's the cover. And then here's the first page. I really love the dad. Isn't that great? Looks like it's a great color, huh? So here's the intro. This is what the first page is going to look like. And there's the dad. Right, Marcy? And look at how cool the dad looks. He looks very blue collar. We love it. Because dad's a custodian. Dad's very blue collar. And then the next page. You guys are very familiar with the story. So you guys know without reading the text. And see the words, the lettering is already marked on the page. I love this picture here because it really does look like a small boy in his room by himself. Uh-huh. Georgia Peach, isn't that great? So there's that page. And then this one's really good. Look at the detail on that. Thank you so much, Pixin Babe. The illustrator really went out without. Aren't they good, guys? Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And then there are the girls, Aaron and Jennifer. And that's them looking at the globe. And then this is a final spread. Yeah, the back of the pigtails. Yeah, Liz, I appreciate you guys because if I hadn't started this lab, I would have never bridged the idea of writing my own children's book. This is another page that we're planning on moving. I think I want to move. I really love this spread here, but I don't like the fact that it's right in the middle here. So I asked them to move Joe over here and then the two girls this way, just so that his face is in between the folds there. Yes, Marcy. As soon as I find out how that we can do that, definitely let you guys know. And then there's when he drops it. That's what I was thinking too, Maria. I just don't like his face in the middle like that. So there's when he drops it. I'm gonna ask them to fix this a little bit because his face looks a little bit too devastated. I kind of like the face in the ebook version. Marcy, I love it. And then when he gets home to show his dad, and the little book there, or then he goes to his dad, and there's his dad sitting on the sofa. I love this little sofa and this little lamp here. Isn't that cute? It's the best, huh? And there he is when he goes to his teacher the next day. So he's in his room again, looking at the fragile figurine. Talking to his teacher about it. They work together to put it together, and then he comes home, shows his dad. Dad's still on the couch, reading the paper. And then the last page. We love a good moon in children's literature. Mm-hmm. She does, Marcy, doesn't she? She's a very kind face. And I wanted to close it with a moon. We love a good moon in children's literature. The end. Guys, I'm so excited about that. I can't wait. I give it another month. So probably in January 2026 is when it come out. Maria, right? You have to have a good moon. That moon is in my dreams. You guys are great. Thank you guys so much. If it hadn't been for reading the books and just remembering how exciting it is to read, thank you so much, Dynamic D. I appreciate that. Just remembering how exciting it is to read books and just being able to do it with a good community. You guys have really inspired me. Honestly, you guys have really inspired me to take those stories that I've had written a long time ago and change them into children's literature. So it makes me happy. Thank you guys very much. All right, let's go ahead and continue. We're gonna go with Paddington at the circus. Last story we read was, oh, thank you so much, Samantha. I really appreciate that. Yes, and Maria's new book is going to be coming out next week. Her third Mr. Wormy book for Christmas. So we're going to be definitely getting that. Thank you so much, Marcy. I appreciate that. We're going to be getting that next week, and she'll be sharing that with us as well. Thank you so much, Maria. Maria's been a very behind the scenes inspiration to me as well. Paddington at the circus. One morning, Paddington was doing his shopping in the market when he saw a very tall man with a pointed hat and baggy trousers. The man was putting up a poster, and he was so tall he didn't even need a ladder to reach the top of the billboard. The poster showed a huge tent decorated with colored lights, and across the middle were the words, "See the world's greatest circus, one night only." Paddington rubbed his eyes several times in order to make sure he wasn't dreaming. So Paddington's going about his business, going to the supermarket or running his errands, and he sees this big sign. See the world's greatest circus one night only. There you got the big clown advertising. Lots of advertising there. There's Paddington. There's people. Just a lot of details here. Maria sent me over the weekend the illustrator and author of Paddington Bear. It was really interesting to see, to put a face to it. And then all the fruits and vegetables here. Lots of details. Tomatoes, cabbage. Yes, it is. Maria, I'm figuring out who the writers are. Paddington hurried back home to tell the others what he had seen. The world's greatest circus, repeated Jonathan, giving his sister a wink. Are you sure? So Paddington went home to go see, tell the others about it, and the kids are there just playing chess. They got a really nice big home. It's for one night only, exclaimed Paddington. Don't worry, said Judy. You won't miss it. Dad's got tickets for the front row, added Jonathan. Mrs. Bird's coming too. Paddington had never been to a circus before, and he was very excited at the thought. I hope it gets dark early, he said. Then we can see the lights. Hey, Jake Daniels, welcome in. Welcome back. So it turns out they've already got tickets to go to the circus. Mr. Gruber has already purchased some tickets. They're going to wait for Mrs. Bird as well. They're all going to go as friends. He's waiting for it to get dark soon so they can see the magic of the circus. Paddington's wish came true. Seen from the outside, with all the color lights twinkling against the night sky, the circus really did have a magical air. Hurry, hurry! Have your tickets ready, called a voice. The show's about to begin. It's the man I saw this morning, whispered Paddington. The very tall one I was telling you about. That's one of the clowns, said Judy. He isn't really that tall, began Jonathan, but Paddington couldn't wait. He could hear a band playing, and he was already hurrying on ahead. So they arrive at the circus. Lots of energy. It's like when you go to a concert. When you arrive at the arena or the stadium, and you see everybody dressed up, different outfits. You see the merchandise booth. Really exciting. But this is isn't that a great picture? This is the circus. You got the clown making the announcement there. But if the outside of the tent had seemed exciting, it was nothing compared to the inside. There was a lovely smell of sawdust, and among the jugglers and the acrobats, there was even a girl selling ice cream. Mr. Brown pointed to a man in the middle of the ring. He was wearing a top hat. That's the ringmaster, he explained. He's in charge of everything. I expect you could keep a lot of marmalade sandwiches under a hat like that, said Paddington enviously. I think I would like to be a ringmaster one day. There's the ringmaster of which he speaks. Got that big top hat. You've got the jugglers here. Hey, Sarah, welcome in. Sarah, yeah, thank you so much. We've been decorating with our Project Wednesday pictures. Yes, marmalade, definitely. Look at all the people there. What I really like about these illustrations is they don't spare any expense with all these faces, the crowds. It's not just one or two people. It's many. And different forms. Different clowns. A diverse group. Ask Emma. Yeah, they do fill the pin. Yeah, I agree, Marcia. I really like that too. And it's like, it takes up the whole thing. Just then, the tall clown entered the ring. He was clutching a long pole that had a bucket balanced on the end of it. When he saw Paddington waving, he came across to greet him. Watch out, cried Jonathan as the clown leaned over to shake Paddington's paw. Paddington jumped up in alarm, but he wasn't quick enough. Before he had time to escape, the bucket had fallen off the end of the pole. Yeah, it's a very cute book. So there's the juggler and there's the clown. He's juggling that bucket. There's Paddington, all excited. The unicycle. And then the bucket looks like it's gonna fall on top of the people, and the people are all, "Whoa." Let's see if anything really comes out. Luckily, it was tied on with a string and it was empty, so Paddington didn't get wet. Clowns are full of tricks, said Judy. I'm glad I was wearing my duffel coat all the same, said Paddington. Someone might have put water in the bucket by mistake. So they got all rattled. They were all having a good time. They got all rattled because they thought there was actual water in the bucket. Look at Paddington got all defensive. I'm told ice cream is very good for young bears if they've had a shock, said Mr. Brown. He ordered 6 large cones, then they all sat back to enjoy the show. I feel better already, Mr. Brown, said Paddington gratefully. Soothe them with some ice cream. Yeah, that hat, it's like a red pop, huh? Paddington had hardly started on his ice cream when he had yet another shock. Glancing up toward the roof of the tent, he saw a man hanging on a rope. Jonathan looked at his program. That must be one of the popular prizes, he said. They're trapeze artists. Don't worry, said Paddington. I'm coming. Bears are good at climbing. So there's the trapeze artist right at the top looking. I think so, Marcy. That's a good excuse, at least. If you get shocked, we need some ice cream. There's the lady selling it. Looks like there's a lot of shocked people in the audience because there's a lot of ice cream eaters there. You have the baby there and the family. Before the others could stop him, Paddington was halfway up the nearest tent pole. Climbing the pole and carrying an ice cream at the same time wasn't easy, and the audience gave a round of applause when he reached the safety of a small platform near the top. Look at this this is a really good picture. Yeah, big crowd in there. You've got the tent, the big top of the tent there, and you got these red stripes. And then you have the guys on the bicycles, the balancing act with the pole. I could never do that. Paddington was about to take a bow when, to his surprise, he saw a man coming toward him on a bicycle. I don't think you're supposed to bring your bicycle up here, Mr. Price, he exclaimed. He's so observant. Look out, shouted the man, frantically ringing his bell. I can't stop. Hold on, called his partner. In the confusion, Paddington didn't know which to do first, so he grabbed hold of a nearby bar. It came away in his paw, and before he knew what was happening, he felt himself flying through the air. Guys, look at how pretty that is. That's a really good picture. Right? I know he had to get in the thick of it. Now, Samantha. This red, definitely. And I like how it's got this center here, and then you've got Paddington, the red hat and the coat. That's a really good picture. The audience thought Paddington was part of the act, and they clapped louder than ever. Then a gasp went up as he missed the platform on the other side of the tent and began swinging backward and forward in midair. Oh dear, said Mrs. Brown. Whatever will he do now? I shouldn't worry, said Mr. Bird. Bears usually land on their feet. But even Mrs. Bird went quiet as Paddington's swings got slower and slower until finally he ended up hanging over the middle of the ring. So there he is. He grabbed on tight. Yeah, really good pictures. Grabbed on tight to that swing and was swinging back and forth until it finally stopped. He's holding on to that ice cream though. I'm not letting that go. Don't let go, shouted the ringmaster. Whatever you do, don't let go. I'm not going to, cried Paddington. He tried to raise his hat, but he was still holding the ice cream cone to his other paw. A look of horror came over the ringmaster's face as something soft and white landed with a squelch on his beautifully clean top hat. So there's his ice cream. It started finally melting, and it melted right on to the hat. Very busy. Busy getting into everybody's business. Look at all the people here. The ringmaster, the audience. Help, cried Paddington. I've changed my mind. I can't hold on much longer. Everybody in the audience began making suggestions, but in the end, it was the clown who came to the rescue. Balancing his bucket on the end of the pole, he stretched up as high as he could so Paddington could climb into it. I hope the string doesn't break, says Miss Bird. That bear has a very large lunch. If the clown stretches any more, said Judy, his trousers will fall down. So there you got the clown reaching up with the bucket so that he can rescue Paddington. And he's become part of the act now. Sure enough, they did, and the cheers changed to laughter as Paddington was lowered to safety. Funniest act I've seen in years, shouted a man near the Browns. More, more. Paddington gave the man a hard stare. I don't think I want to do that anymore, he announced. In fact, I don't think I want to go on a trapeze ever again. I shall just sit and watch from now on. Then he caught sight of the clown's stilts. It's no wonder you look so tall, he exclaimed. So once he was rescued, he was like, I'm over it. Never doing that again. And then the clown's pants fall off and he gets to see the stilts. Mike Silva, welcome in. Thank you so much. He's astonished that he's got stilts. Paddington didn't think anything more could happen to him, but at the end of the evening, the ringmaster presented him with another ice cream and insisted he take part in the grand parade. After all, he said, you were the star of the show. It's a pity we are moving on, he added, turning to the Browns. It isn't every evening we have a daring young bear on the flying trapeze. If you ask me, said Mrs. Bird wisely, it's a good thing you don't. Otherwise, there's no knowing where you would end up. Look at that hole. It's just a bunch of people. The ringmaster, Miss Brown, the clown, everybody that was in this story, the orchestra, they fit all these people into this little picture here. It's really interesting how they did that in the circus. Without taking away the fact that it is the circus. There's the elephant, the lady. Isn't that a cool picture? Yeah, very detailed. Later that evening, when the Browns said goodnight to Paddington, they found him standing in the box seat by the bedroom window. He had a faraway look in his eyes. I was taking a last look at the circus before it goes on its way, he explained. Do you still want to be a ringmaster at one day? Judy asked. So they all said goodbye to the circus, one night only. Paddington. Yeah, Jake Daniels, the pictures on these ones are really good, especially this story. Do you still want to be a ringmaster one day? Let's see what he says. Paddington climbed into bed and tested his sheets carefully to make sure he was safely tucked in before answering. Then he lay back. I think perhaps I would sooner be a clown, he said dreamily. It must be nice to be so tall. You can always see what's going on in the world without having to stand on everything. Yes, everybody loves a good Paddington bear. Look at him sleeping in his little bed there. He's got the little photo and a little cup, probably of tea with a lamp. The end. Paddington Storybook Collection, The Circus. Good way to start the live, our first book. You can never get any better than an anthology series to start out the live, especially a Paddington Bear story. Yeah, very cute and cozy. I agree. Jack Daniels. Jake Daniels. Alrighty, friends, let's go ahead and set the timer for 1 minute. Gosh, we're already at 70K. We're halfway there. All right, let's set the timer for 20. Let's set the timer for. Hey Siri, set the timer for 1 minute.
1 minute starting now.
Let's go ahead and tap, tap, tap. Our goal tonight is 40K. Yeah, Maria, they're very. Paddington is a very. I like that it's British. I like that it's English. It's just a different perspective. I think that's what makes it so different. It's like very Harry Potter-ish. Jan Brett is coming to my city. The tickets. Oh, wow, Maria, really? I gotta check out to see if she's doing a tour. That would be a lot of fun. Does she do read aloud for her books, or what does she do? That would be really cool to see. Oh, got it. Oh, thank you for letting me know that. I gotta check that out. Definitely gonna see if she's up on her way over here. That would be a lot of fun. We do have our goal here for 3 clowns. 3 clowns are a little bit pricey. Hey Siri, turn off. Oh gosh, I didn't know she had a new book coming out. I was just looking at the series that we have here. All right, let's go ahead and dig in to the stacks. So normally we do 2 normal books and then we'll do 2 Christmas books. I'm going to definitely look into that. This is one that we found last year that I really enjoyed. We're going to take it out. This is part of our, this is part of the archives. I saw this one at the bookstore. I know, I'm going to check it out, Maria. Thank you for letting me know about that. I didn't know about that. Everett Green, The Not So Christmas Tree. I love this book. I gotta see too if there's a follow-up to this one. Everett Green, The Not So Christmas Tree. We love a good end page. Got some pineapples there, stars, decorations. This is for all our friends in Florida or the coasts where it's not tropical weather, where it's really not Christmassy or cold. Yeah. Look at those ornaments. Isn't that great? This one was published last year. Everett Green was a small palm tree with big dreams. He dreamed of sold-out shows, red carpets, and his name in lights. Everett's high notes soared, his dance move dazzled, and his punchlines were perfection. I know, right, Sarah? So this is Everett Green. I love Everett Green. Man after my own heart. So he's a palm tree, big show tunes. Everett Green, he's got his little star there. Really nice pictures. Look at these pinks here. Everett Green was a small palm tree with big dreams. He's got his name in lights. Everett's high notes soared, his dance moves dazzled, and his punchlines were perfection. Right, Jake? This is such a cute book. If only he didn't live at the Sandy Straw, where shoppers munched through his monologues and sipped through his solos. Nobody even noticed Everett. So Everett went, yeah, he's a show tree. Everett, this is Everett in his mind. And this is Everett's reality. The Sandy Straw, where shoppers munched through his monologues and sipped through his solos. Somebody threw a paper wad at him. Poor guy. The Sandy Straw shows. And then look at him. There must be more than this. He's like, I was watching Beauty and the Beast earlier with Belle. There must be more than this provincial life. Isn't funny? I love this little picture here. So funny. Then one day, Everett saw something on TV that changed everything. Something big, something green, something spectacular. New York City's most celebrated Christmas tree. Everett saw his destiny. Yeah, don't give up, little palm. So there he is cleaning up after everybody's gone. He's cleaning up the mess. Look at him with his little broom. And then there's a big color screen TV. And then there's the Rockefeller Center with the big Christmas tree. That's what Everett. Thank you, Wonderful World. I appreciate that. This is a shirt that I got from work. Yeah, he has cleaning duty. So unsophisticated, so unglamorous. But he wants that glamorous life. I love it. That's it. I'm going to be a Christmas tree, Everett said. The most famous Christmas tree in the world. Look at that's a good picture, though. Look at how pretty that tree is. Little pops of color. They're like little, it's pops of colors, but blurred. Everett's friend said it was impossible. Dude, you're plastic. You're only 3 feet tall. But Everett didn't let that ruffle his fronds. I just need to spruce up a bit. Orbs, yes. Beautiful little orbs. So the coconut, you're only 3 feet tall. Dude, you're plastic. The surfboard. And he's ever the positive. Just need to spruce up a bit. He's going to put some lights around his little palm trees. Little fronds. Palm fronds. It's time for me to branch out, said Everett. I'm off to New York City, the Christmas capital of the world. At least they could put him in the Times Square Margaritaville. It's close enough, right? Samantha, yes, they're very funny. That should be his follow-up story. Except there is a Margaritaville close by. At least he made it there. So he's going to collect all his stuff. He's going to head to New York. He has made up his mind. Such a cute book. When Everett arrived at the airport, the terminal burst with busy passengers. So he's going to make it to the airport. Yeah, his confidence, right? He had no ticket, no money, and no ID. No way to get past security. Everett was stumped. The one little wrench in his plans. He didn't have any way of getting there. But he got there anyways. At least he got to the airport. Suddenly, Bird popped out of Everett's fronds. I've got a plan, she said. It's so cute. Bird knew just what to do. So she went flying around. It looks like she stole a passport. She tried to get Everett through. New York, here I come. I'm gonna be a star. So they got to the security with all that chaos. Wow, thanks. Happy to be of service. Careful, I spent a lot of time on this look. So they're getting ready to leave. Now nothing stood between Everett and stardom except snacks, a photo booth, and a little souvenir shopping. But when they finally arrived at the gate, so he got through, he got some snacks, took some photos, got some sunglasses for when he goes. A loudspeaker sounded. Attention passengers, due to a winter storm, all flights to New York are delayed. Everett wilted. If he didn't get to New York, he'd miss everything. The roar of the crowd, the shine of the spotlight, the feeling of 1,000 fans screaming his name. Everett Green would never be a real Christmas tree. Definitely gotta have snacks. I agree. So he gets to the gate. Turns out there's a big storm. Everything's delayed. Nobody's going anywhere. Everybody's all stranded. And there's little Everett. He wilted. Up and down the terminal, passengers made sad phone calls and shared sad sighs. Everett felt sad too. What kind of tree gets stuck in an airport on Christmas Eve? Suddenly, a little girl said, "Mommy, look, a Christmas tree." The girl's mother shook her head. "That's just a plastic palm tree." But the girl looked back at Everett with a smile. "You look like a Christmas tree to me," she said. Aw, somebody noticed her. There he is, sitting by himself with a bird. Yeah, she called him plastic. Just a plastic tree. It was Christmas Eve, and Everett was the only tree in sight. The girl's words planted a tiny seed in Everett's heart. The seed began to take root, and it grew, and it grew. Everett sprinted through the terminal. "Merry Christmas, Pretzel Palace. Merry Christmas, gifts to go. Merry Christmas." So he's going to get everybody's attention. I love the little mustache on the guy's face. This lady's hat. Back at the gate, Everett told everyone his plan. "Attention passengers, our flights may be delayed, but Christmas is still on. Who's with me? Does anybody have any Christmas spirit?" He's going to get the passengers hyped up. Can you imagine how hard that is? Being in an airport terminal after everybody's flights are canceled, trying to hype up that crowd. One brave soul raised her hand. The little girl, then another, and another. We have somebody left over from the COVID, from the pandemic. Everett got right to work. He created a cast list, distributed costumes, and designed posters. Christmas takes flight at gate 29. He's going to put together his own little show. Right, Bree? While the planes outside stood silent and still, gate 29 soared with holiday spirit. There was dancing. There was stand-up routines. What do you call a tree that's green and has a trunk and leaves? A tree going on vacation. That was cute. And there was a Christmas sing-along that filled the whole airport and Everett's heart. Aww. Everybody got into the Christmas spirit after all. They didn't throw tomatoes at him. After Everett was done, everyone was happy. They had worked together and bought Christmas to the airport. I think that's a very good way of showing Christmas spirit at the airport on Christmas Eve. Stranded. He got everybody hyped up. Everett Green glowed inside and out. He didn't need to go to New York City or see his name in lights, because Christmas isn't about the attention you get. It's about the joy you give. And Everett realized you can spread joy anywhere. At a busy terminal, on the streets of a bustling city, even at, right, Jake Daniels? Very wholesome. So you could spread joy anywhere. Look at him in the taxi. Yeah, sticking his head out there. Yeah, that's a really good dark blue. I agree. It makes all the other colors pop. The sandy straw. Everett Green found his destiny. He was a real Christmas tree after all. So he didn't end up going to New York, and he ended up going back to the sandy straw. But it looks like the sandy straw cleaned itself up a little. It reminds me of SpongeBob SquarePants. The sandy straw. The end. Everett Green, the Not So Christmas Tree. This is a really good one. Look at the little cheeks light up on that one. SpongeBob SquarePants. This is a really good one. All right, let's take a vote. We started out with 1 Paddington, and then 2 Everett Green, the Not So Christmas Tree. Let's take a vote, 1 or 2. Guys, I'm going to get some water. I'll be right back. Yeah, it was a very different story. I really like that. Samantha 2, Lindsay Armstrong 2, Books and Babe 2, Amber UGC 1, Sarah 2, Maria 2. Yeah, our little tree diva. I agree, Jake. They need to follow up on that one, where he actually goes to New York. Bree 2, Mike Silva 2. Mike Silva, welcome in. Maria, I love the palm tree emoji. Guys, give me 1 second. I'm going to get some more water. Let's set the timer for 1 minute so we can tap. Hey Siri, set the timer for 1 minute. Our goal tonight is to get 40K. We're almost there. We're at 37K. Feral Feminist too. Feral Feminist, welcome in. Mike, isn't that great music? That's from YouTube. It's a fireplace with Christmas guitar. Christmas guitar. Look out for that one because it's really good. Very calm and very quiet. All right. So 2 Christmas titles, and then we do 2 regular ones. Let's look at the stacks because we still have a lot of books that we did not touch yet that we need to get to. I'm going to take these ones back. They're probably overdue. Take this one. Hey Siri, turn on. My Friend May. We love a good cat book. We love a good cat book. My Friend May. This one was, this one's this year, 2025. This is a new book. I'd like to tell you a rather true story about a big black cat who started out gray. Her name was May. So, all of our cat lovers, we're going to love this one already. Yeah, Lindsay Armstrong, right? Oh, it's Mannheim Steamroller? Yeah, they're really good Christmas. Yeah, look at that loaf. And then look at that wallpaper in the back. Isn't that a great pattern? That green and yellow. I really love the illustrations on this one. Yeah, definitely a black cat. I'd like to tell you a rather true story about a big black cat who started out gray. Her name was May. Margot and May became friends when Margot was 6. They grew and grew together. Oh, so there's May when she was a little baby kitten. Margot, I really love the way they spelled it. Margox. For all feminists, right? May liked to be under things, chairs and stools and sofas and sometimes over. She liked inspecting insects and playing in the long grass behind the house. May was unsure of oranges and she loved her friend Margot. May mostly liked to stick close to home, and if she did go out, she'd return at the same time, dinner time. So we're getting to see the life of May. She likes her things. She likes a little bit of adventure, but then she doesn't veer off too far. On this day, May was running late. Margot called for May, and she didn't come. She called and called and called, and May didn't come. So all we're seeing here is this little, looks like the little mouse that May plays with. And Margot's been calling her, she hasn't come. There's her kibble. Missing. Everyone gathered together to look for May. Was she hiding under the porch? Did she find an especially interesting insect hopping by? Or was she hiding in the little dugout behind the fence? Maybe up on the roof? So these are all the places that they're looking for May. I know, huh? May is MIA. Right, looks at me. She is. There's a little squirrel at the top of the roof. That was funny. They looked everywhere. They called out, but she didn't call back. No meow. Where could she have gone? They were so worried. So the whole family out looking for May. May's got a lot of places that she could be hiding. And there's her little house in the back with these little trees. Little pops of yellow. It's like paint. Just like paint puttered there to make it look like leaves. When she came inside after looking for May, Margot spent time with her auntie, Nitosis, who was moving to the city. They packed up the last of Nitosis's belongings, and as much as Margot tried, she couldn't keep her mind off May. She missed May and was going to miss Nitosis. So this is her aunt. Yeah, her auntie Nitosis. I think that's how you use it. What would that other O make? Nitosis. It's an interesting name. The next day, May still had not come home. Margot wondered, was she alone? Was she hurt? Or was she hungry? That's so difficult when your pets go missing. Oh my gosh. There she is sitting. There's Margot sitting on the stairway there. And there's the illusion of her cat. Was she alone? Was she hungry? Was she hurt? In a nearby city, a moving truck arrived at Nitosis's new home. The movers slowly unpacked the truck, and Nitosis started to put her things away. But she was worried about her niece Margot and about May. Right, Samantha? I know. Samantha, how's everything going? How's your husband doing and everything with that going on? So there she is unpacking her new little apartment. Look at the pretty city in the background there. The boxes. When the movers finished, Nitosis made herself some soup before settling into her new home in the city for the night. She called Margot. Any news? No news. Nitosis sat down with her soup. She missed everyone back home, and she was tired. Nitosis. This is an interesting story. I love it how it's about the missing cat, but we've kind of diverted from the plot because the sister is moving. Sister moved to the city, and that's how they keep the story going, by her remembering the lost cat. Margot, too. So everybody's worried about May. Really cute illustrations here. Look at the way the feet are painted. And she's on a throw with a little cup of coffee there. And there's May. She's relaxing on her mom's lap. Such a cozy scene. And then you see the sister moving with the box, and then the door opens. Meow. I had infusion. Oh no. Oh, Samantha, I'm sorry. I was thinking about somebody else. Infusions Friday, and the nurse got blood all over my coat. Oh no. I can imagine. I'm so sorry about that, Samantha. Nitosis doesn't have a cat. She followed the calls into the bedroom, and in one of her boxes, there was May. Yes, she's back. Meow. I'm sorry, but yeah, Samantha, I'm sorry about that. I got you mixed up with our friend from Arizona, um, Madonna Browntown. That's what I was thinking about. Nitosis picked May up. May was so glad to see a familiar face and to be out of that box. The box that had bumped around in the dark. May didn't like that, and she didn't like the rumbling noises and unfamiliar smells. So my Nitosis is the one that had May, and May's in the box hiding out. Nitosis rustled around in her kitchen boxes and found a small can of salmon to feed May. After May had eaten and had a drink, Nitosis wrapped her in a soft blanket and then put her in a cozy little crate, and they got straight into the car to drive back to Margot. May meowed a few times but knew she was on her way home. This time the rustling was softer, the box warmer, and she wrestled while Nitosis drove. I know, I'm gonna have to look that up, Brie. Nitosis. It could either be nitosis or nitosis. Nitosis. To look that up. Margot was so relieved to have her friend back with her again, and so grateful to Nitosis for bringing May home. May meowed, and then putted a long purr as she nestled into Margot's chest. Home again. Meow. We love a good moon and children's literature. They're reunited once again. May was a cat who decided that maybe the best place to get lost was in the long grass behind the house with her friend. Aw, look at them playing in the... That's a cute picture. That's a really cute picture of the cat. Little May. Do you have a story to tell? Your turn. Yeah, the freckles are really cute. I'm sure those of us who have dogs and cats, there are plenty of stories. It says, Dear reader, when I was working on this story, I was thinking about all the Minosac cats we've known. Coconut, Cleo, May, Miso, Ripley, Tut, and so many others. If you're reading this story, you might be thinking about the cats you know or have known and love. We all have cat stories. Over the last few years, we've had lots of Minosac who thought they lived with us. Mischievous ones who visited our balcony and then crept slowly through the window to find a cozy place for a nap. One of our cat friends walked in while I was writing this. She's the one who isn't too sure about oranges. This particular story is inspired by my niece's cat, May, and is based on real events. May got herself into a moving truck, I imagine, to inspect it, and then into a nice box where she slept as the moving truck drove off to the city. I hope you get to tell each other your stories or write them out to keep with you after reading our story. It says, here are some words from the story that you can learn how to say in Cree. Oh, this is the language. In Plains Cree, Tepwe Atsimawan means that I am sharing a true story. And Ikomwen is an ordinary story. A Topway means truth. The name that Margot calls her auntie, Netosis, is the Cree word for my auntie. Oh, I think this is Native American, Indian, and then these are or Alaskan, Eskimo, Skimo. Some words in Cree, like the word for friend, change their shape to show who is talking about whom. Very interesting. So these are all the different translations. So a Minoes is a cat. Very interesting. It says here's a list that the Cree Literacy Network shared with us on kinship. Yeah, I think this is. Let me find out. Author and illustrator who receives General Award, the American, Indian Youth Literature Award, and the TD Canadian Children's Literature. So probably Native American or Indians from Native American language in Canada. Lindsay Armstrong, thank you so much. Canadian American Natives, yes. So I was thinking it's a combination of both. Very interesting. You guys are getting really good titles tonight. You guys are getting really good titles tonight. I love that we learned all of this stuff about Native Indians from Canada who speak Cree, all involving a cat. Right, Samantha? Always so much knowledge in these books. All right, let's take a vote. You guys are getting really good titles tonight. Back-to-back titles. We started with Paddington 1. I love it, Maria, right? 2, Everett Green, The Not So Christmas Tree. And then 3, My Friend May. This is a really good one. Oh, really, Georgia Peach? Georgia Peach, this is American, not American, this is Indian, Native Canadian. Native Americans from Canada. I think that's how you would say it. I don't know. But they're Indians from Canada, to say it. Oops. I'm always afraid we're going to become flammable. Let's move this over here. All right. What is everyone thinking tonight? Amber, you just see 1, Books and Babe 2, Samantha 2, Jake Daniels 3, Maria 3, Books and Babe 2. Oh, right, Samantha. I feel like with some of our decorations, one little contact, poof. Yeah, it was a really good one, Georgia Peace. Feral Feminist 3, Bree 2 and 3. Yeah, I gotta keep them away from these angels because I think these angels are not, they're probably flammable. Sarah 2. All right, let's set the timer for 1 minute. Hey Siri, set the timer for 1 minute. We reached our goal of 40K tonight. We went above and beyond tonight, 49K. Thank you so much, guys. Georgia Peach, doesn't look really pretty. Yeah, Maria. I forget what it was we were making with that tissue paper caught on fire and set the alarm off. Remember that? Yeah, we made our angels. Georgia Peach, we made our angels. We made our poinsettia. We have our snow owl. Our candy canes. Our Santas are here in the back. We gotta find a different way to make the Santa. We need to find the bigger hanging clips and make something with them. Aren't these really cute? Hey Tanya, welcome in. Oh, bronchitis and fevers. Oh no, Tanya, have you been off work, or have you been having to go to work? I hope you've been able to stay at home. Yeah, something's going around. The kids. Oh, a penguin. Yeah, the pumpkin. Isn't that fun? Oh, a penguin is a good idea. The kids have been. A lot of the kids at work have been getting sick. They're like gone for a week. This one girl that I work with, she was gone for a whole week and not doing too well. I hope you're doing better. Okay, so let's go ahead and go back into the stacks. We get off and on. I can make it. Oh my gosh. For how long, Tanya? How long you been going through that? 102 nonstop. Oh my gosh, that's scary. Yeah, now's the time when it starts happening, huh? We're gonna end tonight with Little Owl and the Star, a Christmas story. This I got from the local library. Isn't it really pretty? My son, 2 weeks about. Wow, in a week. Oh, okay. We'll keep you in thoughts and prayers, especially during this time. We love a good end page, a dark colored with stars on it. Little Owl and the Star. It was a silent night. I sat in my tree with a waiting feeling. Yeah, add glitter to it. The library won't. You're right, Samantha, right? I know, I'm so tempted to this star, huh? Say, oh no, it came like that. Yes, we love a good owl in children's literature. Always have to have a good owl. A star sparkled along. Follow me, little owl, said the star. And I did. Isn't it cute? So a star sparkled along. Follow me, little owl, said the star. And I did. We saw the three camels plodding softly through the sand. There were men with them watching the sky. Follow us, said the star. And they did. Right? Georgia Peach? Send me that whole thing. Send me the big bottles from Michael's. So there's the three wise men and the camels following the star. Aren't they really cute? I know. Those faces. Aren't they sweet? I love it, guys. We flew over hills where shepherds kept watch. Follow us, said the star, and they did. Sheep watched too, mumbling gently. I know, I would be fun. My glitter fund would be good for the next year. And then we could use a lot of liberal. We could use the glitter very liberally. Yeah, very traditional and a different spin to it. We flew over hills where shepherds kept watch. Follow us, said the star, and they did. On we flew, we heard singing a song of great joy. Who is that singing? I asked. So you have the little townspeople there. Oh, that would be fun, Georgia Peach, especially on that. Isn't there an app where you could do that? There's the star. Angels, said the star. Oh, I said, aren't they lovely? Oh, look at those angels. Elfster, thank you, Samantha. Yes, we should look that up. I went to Catholic school as a kid, so I always appreciate religious side of Christmas. Yeah, Brie, I remember my the priest at my church growing up. He used to buy like tons of poinsettias, and he would flood the altar with poinsettias. It looked so pretty. And then he would use the Christmas trees with the white lights. So it was so pretty. It was so magical. They used to go all out. So pretty. Then we stopped over a stable. I'll stay in the sky, little owl, said the star, but you look in the stable. So I did. Oh, there's Bethlehem. Isn't it, Maria? It's so pretty. Yeah, Jake, this one, they really outdid themselves. You rarely get illustrators who use dark colors like this. Huge thing of the nativity scene. It's so pretty. Oh, how cool. I would love to see that. Yeah, very bold colors, which you would think, because of printing, would be kind of expensive. The stable was warm and quiet. I saw a donkey and a cow, and a man and a woman. They were looking at a baby sleeping in a manger. Look how pretty that is. The cow and the ox and the horse and the shepherd children. And the baby Jesus. Ah, such a peaceful baby. I stretched out my wing to touch the baby's cheek. Very simple. Look at how pretty that is. On the face. Away in a manger. The little owl. Samantha, they do. I think we have it here. And the baby woke and smiled. What a happy smile. The smile went right inside me. The waiting feeling went away. Yeah, he did say that he had a waiting feeling inside at the beginning of the story. The smile went right inside me. The waiting feeling went away. Then everyone came, the sheep and the shepherds, the camels and the traveling men. The baby smiled and waved, and everyone smiled back. Look at that great picture. Georgia Peach. They brought together everything in this one scene: the camels, the three wise men, the frankincense and myrrh, and then Joseph, Mary, and the baby Jesus, and the three wise men. The little owl there. This is a really cute book. I flew back to the star. What a happy, happy baby, I said. The star shone very bright and filled the world with light. Guys, we love the story. I wonder if they... Oh, we should look into that, Brie. I'm definitely going to look in the library and see. We love all this extra pizzazz. Isn't that great? Yes, beautiful pops of color. And look at that star, how it shines. We love color. We love city lights. Look at all of that. Isn't that great, Sarah? It's a really good end picture. The little star, it's like a little... Oh, look at that. It changes color. Isn't that cool? Yeah, we love the dazzle. Isn't that so pretty? Yeah, we gotta make a star. How about we make a star next? The end for Christmas. Little Owl and the Star, a Christmas story. Iridescent. Samantha, yes. You guys got really good titles tonight. Maria, yeah, we're gonna think of a 3D star. Something that's a star, but like a little mobile star. All right, we started the live with Paddington. Then we followed that up with Everett Green, the Not So Christmas Tree. I'm broke, so I'm thinking of getting into them. Oh, that would be a lot of fun, Georgia Books at Goodwill, putting them in frames. That's a really good idea. Visually for My Friend May, 3. And then Little Owl. Whoops. I'm not going to do that again. I'm going to stop doing that. Little Owl and the Star, A Christmas Story. Definitely 4. Although I love Everett Green. A palm tree after my own heart. But all of them were good tonight, honestly. You guys got really good titles tonight. You guys got really good titles. Alright, let's set the timer for one last minute. Hey Siri, set the timer for 1 minute. We are at 53,000 likes. You guys outdid yourselves. You guys outdid yourselves. Jake Daniels, 3 and 4. Bree, 2, 3, and 4. Books and Babe, 4. Yeah, that was a good one. Really good story. I'm going to do my research on those art projects before I forget. See what we can find for Project Wednesday. Alrighty, friends. Thank you guys so much for the 54,000 likes. You guys did an amazing job tonight with the taps. Really appreciate that. Tonight is Sunday. If you are on the East Coast and you're getting ready for bed, have yourselves a good night. Have yourselves a good Monday morning. Stay safe and dry if you're in the West Coast. If you're in the East Coast, I'm not sure what's going on in the East Coast. I should have asked you guys. If you're going to stay up late, we'll be on again back for the West Coast feed at 9 o'clock. Hey Siri, turn off, which is 12 o'clock your guys' time. We'll be back tomorrow. If you guys can do me a favor, go into my profile, click the picture or click the latest posts, like the latest posts, and then share them if you can. Share the Christmas ones out so that we can get more people on our TikTok live. Alrighty, friends, have yourselves a good night, and we will see you in 30 minutes. Have a good night, everyone.